Yeah, thanks.
Hi, Lily. Thanks for coming in. Everyone at Valley Cities receives a care coordinator, and I'll be your care coordinator. I can help you with resource needs, so if you need anything related to housing or employment services, if those are relevant, I'll be your point person for that, and I can point you in the right direction. And I can also help change any of your care here at Valley Cities. So if you want to switch clinicians or something like that, or get a different type of service, then I'll be the person you contact for that as well. And during this next part of the intake, the last little bit, it'll just be talking a little bit about your drugs and alcohol use, creating a treatment plan, and going over some resource needs. All right, great. And during this first part, we'll be talking a little bit about your drug and alcohol use. So it's something we ask of all of our clients. We just like to get to know a little bit more about how people use and see if there's any way that we can help. Would it be all right if we talk about that now?
Sure, I guess.
All right, great. If we look here, so from the questionnaires you just did, it looks like you have maybe 5 or 6 drinks 4 or more times a week. Does that sound about right? So like 20 or so a week?
Yeah, give or take.
All right, and what quantity or what kind of drink do you usually drink?
I normally drink wine.
Okay, just your standard glass of red wine or something.
Yeah.
And this is a diagram. It kind of breaks down the entire population of the U.S. in terms of the amount of risk they can get for the amount they drink based on how many drinks they have. So the bottom is the low risk or abstaining. So in order to do that, women have to drink 7 alcoholic drinks or less a week. And unfortunately, the amount that you reported puts you at the top 5%, which is the dependent range. And what that tells us is that you may be more likely to have a lot more harmful effects to your health and to your life. Does any of that surprise you?
A little bit, but okay, it's all right.
And here I have a diagram. So this shows some of the possible effects that risky or harmful drinking can have on someone. So you came in here for a mental health intake, and actually it might not seem like alcohol affects you that much, but it can actually exacerbate a lot of the symptoms you have in relating to your mental health. And there's also a lot of other things, like you can be at increased risk of heart disease or liver issues and diabetes. And also it can affect your life, like DUIs and stuff like that, legal issues. People might be concerned at the amount you drink or maybe want you to drink less. And it could strain your relationships. So based on that, what concerns do you have? Have you noticed any of these in your life, or what concerns do
I
you
drink
have?
a little more when I'm sad. I think it helps. It helps. I think it helps me not to think about the fact that, I don't really feel like doing anything anymore. I have some health issues. I have diabetes now, and my doctor says that drinking's not helping that. And so, my family's really on my case about it. And so now I pretty much hide from them. So, all in all, it's really not making my life any better. But I just don't know what to do about it.
Okay, so it sounds like it is starting to really affect your life. You mentioned diabetes, and that's definitely really hard to control when you have maybe higher levels of drinking, and it is affecting your relationships, you said. So, and it sounds like you're kind of realizing that it's not super great in your life. Have you thought about quitting or reducing? What are some of the barriers you feel are in the way to that?
Well, I've thought about it, but what else am I going to do? I mean, if I don't drink, I just sit around and cry all the time, or, you know, I don't feel like doing anything if I don't have a couple of glasses of wine, or, you know, if I have a couple of glasses of wine, then I want to go out and I want to hang out, you know, I want to go out and be around people. If I don't, I just want to go to bed.
Okay. So despite you starting to have these relationship issues and problems with your health, it does help you a lot because you do want to like do things and it makes you have more fun. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I have here a number graph on a scale from 1 being not at all and 10 being very. How important is it for you to change the way you drink or work towards changing the amount that you drink?
I guess maybe a 5. I'd like to see my family again. I'd like to be healthier.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So why a 5 and not, say, a 2 or a 3?
I really need to do something. You know, my family's pretty important, and my doctor's really on my case.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Plus, I'm just sick and tired of feeling this way.
Mm. All right. So it sounds like you have some pretty strong reason, even if it's still kind of scary and you still see some benefit. But how likely, or I guess how confident do you think you are? 1 being not at all and 10 being very.
That's probably going to be more like about a 3 or a 4.
Okay, that's still good. Why a 3 or a 4 and not a 1?
Because I could say it, but when it comes down to it, you know, I can say that I'm going to walk out of here and not drink anymore, but, you know, I live alone, and when I'm sad and I don't have any energy to do anything, and I do have a bottle of wine, then I don't know of anybody who's going to stop me.
Okay. Well, luckily for you, it's really great that you're taking the first steps into getting your mental health taken care of. So your clinician for behavioral health services will be able to help you work through a lot of the issues of depression you were talking to me about and how that relates to your drinking. We also offer substance use disorder treatment services, and it's pretty similar to the mental health services. It'll help you explore a lot of these issues of ambivalence that you're feeling right now. So, would you be interested in an SUD assessment? We actually offer those. We have walk-ins. You can get them next Tuesday, but we have them today if you want.
Sure.
All right, great. I'll add that to your treatment plan. And would you be all right with a follow-up appointment, let's say in 2 weeks, so we can kind of go over your progress and how you're feeling? Great.
And you're going to schedule that today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, then we can actually walk over to your SUD assessment right now if you're okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Great.